Hello fight fans, Mr. Rickster here with another talk video from outside the corner of fans' perspective. Nearly been a week now, but I'm going to have a little chat about Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury, my final thoughts. Well, what can I say? I felt it was a competitive fight, better than I thought. But with that said, Tommy schooled him a little. Fury used his fundamentals of boxing well enough to take Paul the distance. Jake Paul did get a knockdown in the last round, but Fury was well ahead on the judges' scorecard. Tommy used his limited boxing skills and jabbed up a good lead while Jake was trying to land one big overhand right. That's all he was trying the whole contest really. He was just looking to just land that big haymaker. My initial thoughts of the fight was it was a decent enough fight. I wanted to see Jake get chinned because I don't think he should call himself a pro boxer really and calling people out like Canelo and all that sort of stuff, but I think it's just to like sort of boost his profile as much as possible really. It's just one of those. And for Tommy being a pro boxer, stroke novice boxer and a member of the Fury clan, he had a lot of pressure on his shoulders. And you could see at the end of the fight, he was very emotional and how much it sort of meant to him, But he did well, and I'm sure his family are very proud of what he achieved and his fiancée and that, so yeah. Now, when you actually analyse the fight, in reality, it was a low level below par, substandard professional boxing match. I've seen better amateur fights, I've watched better white collar matches to be honest. And that's what this is really, these sort of things are just white collar fights where they get paid massive amounts of money. Now with that said, it is reported that Jake made 30 million total from the fight. So with that sort of money to be made, I don't think Jake Paul is going anywhere anytime soon. Tommy Fury, however, has got a crossroads to consider. Does he take the pro route and work hard for a few years and try and get at least a British title where he will earn considerably less money? Or does he stick to this crossover YouTube boxing where he carries on making a shed load of money for a relatively easy night's work without the risk of getting hurt? My honest opinion is I think he'll do both, and I'll tell you why. Because really he's only 23, so he's got a lot of years ahead as a boxer. So while he's learning the craft of boxing, the so-called sweet science, he can jump in and out of both scenarios really. He can have a few pro fights, but when these big mega fights come up with this misfits crossover boxing and that, then he might as well, he can earn a lot of money. But at the same time, he can try and climb the ranks of the pro ranks, with trying to get some sort of fights that way. He would develop over the next 3 to 5 years, and then we'll see how far he can go. The big question will be, will Tommy have the motivation when there's less money involved in the pro ranks, because he will only earn a tenth of what he could earn if he sticks to the celebrity boxing matches? I think he'll just struggle, to try and get motivated for some sort of pro fight where he only gets £20,000. Can't see it really myself a little bit, but we'll have to wait and see. We'll see how much he's dedicated and how much he really wants it. Now, with all that being said, will there be a rematch? I think so. I don't think Jake will move on to someone else. I think Tommy will take it as well. It's a new age of boxing, this crossover white collar boxing, with a lot of matches, like a lot of matchups to be made. The stuff like, Logan Paul said he wants to avenge his brother's loss and fight Tommy Fury. You know, and then there's Tommy Fury, and John Fury said they would take the KSI fight no problem, because KSI has called Tommy Fury out as well. And we know KSI wants Jake Paul, so the list goes on and on really. There's a lot of fights out there that will make a hell of a lot of money. There's too much interest for this to be ignored. You know, this YouTube crossover Misfits boxing, or whatever you want to call it, it's going to be around for a while. You know, it's they're making a lot of money, and you know, look, I don't want to give them any disrespect. They do try. You know, Jake Paul, he's got an advantage with, obviously, he's got unlimited money really, so he can bring in all these trainers, have these training camps, and just make it so, you know, that's where he gets the advantage over someone who's just coming up through the pro ranks. You know, he's got unlimited resources really, so it helps. And look, they do train and take it really seriously, so my hat's off to that. And also, it's getting eyeballs on the sport, and sort of, you know, Jake Paul has highlighted that a lot of them do get paid quite low really, and some, you know, UFC and boxing, you know, the money isn't great, but you know, we'll leave it there for now, and I'll catch you on the next one, where we'll be ducking and diving, bobbing and weaving. Ciao for now.